Welcome to yet another episode. Please like, comment, and subscribe. At exactly 9 a.m., the soft rumble of a sleek Mercedes-Maybach GLS 600 echoed outside Lena's apartment gate. One honk. Just one. She already knew it was him. Lena emerged wearing a fitting, skin-hugging pink dress that clung to her curves like it was stitched onto her body. Her legs stretched endlessly in strappy heels, and her blue wig cascaded with her movement like waves of temptation. When she locked eyes with him through the windshield, Mr. A's lips curled into a wicked smile, and beneath his tailored gray trousers, he stiffened with uncontrollable desire. He stepped out of the car, opened the door for her like a gentleman, and before she could sit, he pulled her close and kissed her, slow, deep, consuming. Lena's cheeks flushed as she slid into the plush leather seat, her heart racing. "Where are we going?" she asked, trying to sound casual. "Relax, my darling," he said smoothly. "You'll see." They drove for hours, music low, fingers brushing, words dripping with innuendo. By the time they arrived at the top-tier hotel, her thighs were trembling from anticipation. They shared lunch, flirtation, wine, and filthy laughter. And when he finally booked the suite, Lena barely made it through the door before he pinned her against the wall. Mr. A was no longer calm. He was ravenous. He ripped off her panties and devoured her like he hadn't eaten in weeks. Every inch of her body felt worshipped and consumed. He didn't stop until she screamed his name into the mattress, again and again and again. They made love 3 times, each round hotter, hungrier, more addictive than the last. When it was done, she lay breathless, glowing, barely able to move. He got dressed slowly, then placed a thick bundle of cash on the nightstand. "For the trouble," he said, smirking. He dropped her at her Embakasi apartment like nothing had happened. What Lena didn't know is that was just the beginning. From that day, whenever he needed her, he summoned her. Lena had no option. She obeyed and came to him without questions. He had no apologies. Sometimes it was a room key. Other times it was a car waiting outside her classes. Every time they met and enjoyed their private moments, he left her with gift, either wads of cash, new gadgets, once even a necklace. Lena told herself she enjoyed it, and maybe she did. But in the quiet moments, she stared at herself in the mirror and wondered, had I become a whore? Marvin didn't notice. His days were filled with brunches and joyrides in his Porsche Cayenne with his friends. Lena's once promising academic record began to collapse. She missed lectures and even skipped presentations. Mr. A had claimed her, and he wasn't letting go. The words in his ex-wife's journal began to echo in her mind. "Alex has a darkness. He ruins everything he touches." But it was too late. Mr. A was already consuming her. 2 weeks before graduation, Mr. A texted her, "Room 1408, be ready." That night he was more intense than ever, sweeter, more seductive, almost possessive. Afterward, he traced circles on her bare stomach and whispered, "Once you graduate, I'll buy you your own house. You'll never lack again." She believed him, or maybe she wanted to. But hours later, he dropped her off early and said he had an urgent errand. An hour after that, Marvin called. "Come meet me at our usual hotel, babe," he said. "It's important." When Lena arrived, her breath caught. Marvin was down on one knee, holding a sparkling diamond ring. His friends surrounded them with phones, recording and live streaming. "Will you marry me?" he asked, eyes bright. She couldn't say no. "Yes," she whispered, crying as he slipped the ring on her finger and kissed her deeply. They checked into a hotel suite that night and made love like teenagers in heat. He was gentle, loving, and safe, but as he slept beside her, Lena's mind was spinning. Meanwhile, Mr. A sat on his bed, watching the entire proposal on his tablet, fury burning through him. He texted Marvin, "Lena is no longer yours." Marvin didn't reply. The next morning, as Marvin pulled into their Kilimani compound, Mr. A stormed outside and shot at Marvin's car, grazing his hand. Marvin sped off, bleeding, his mind in chaos. He called Lena, his voice trembling. "Dad's gone mad. He shot me." Lena froze. "Marvin? Are you okay?" she asked. "Don't worry about me," Marvin said. "But you need to hide." Before Marvin hung up, Lena asked him, "And by the way, what happened to your mother?" There was a long silence. Then he said, He killed her. Click. The line went dead. Moments later, Lena's phone buzzed. It was a text from Mr. A. How dare you? I'll kill you with my bare hands. She didn't read it twice. She packed a small bag and ran across the estate to her ex Brian's house. He opened the door, pulled her in, and she collapsed into his arms. They didn't speak. They didn't need to. That night they made love like long-lost lovers trying to forget the world. She stayed with Brian quietly, focusing on preparing for graduation. But a day before the ceremony, her stomach churned. She felt weak, off. At the clinic, the doctor frowned at the results. You're 2 weeks pregnant. Lena blinked, her heart pounding. 2 weeks? She asked herself. 2 weeks? She had been with 3 men. Mr. A, Marvin, and Brian. It was 3 men, but one secret. She gripped the armrest and whispered, "Whose is it?"